Welcome back, players. I'm Jack with 36 Cancel, and this is Coco the Weiss Cat. And this is Bean, the other cat. I have another cat now. Anyway, let me tell you something, players. I always make the joke that I'm pretty bad at card games, which in truth is no joke, but I am garbage at fighting games. I cannot stress enough to you how bad I am at fighting games. My brain is just not wired to have the reflexes, reactions, and split-second flowchart muscle memory of the responses that you need to counter a command grab or whatever you kids call it nowadays. Ironically, however, I've been friends with and even lived with some of the best players in multiple fighting games in North America. From the best melee sheik in North America to one of the only tournament-worthy Melty Blood Len players in the world. They traveled to tournaments, built their own real arcade controllers, and one of my buddies even met his wife through Guilty Gear. So for someone who can't play them to save my soul, I certainly got a lot of exposure to the gameplay and lore. And let me tell you, for games that are all about selecting a character and then beating your opponent to a pulp, they have a lot of lore, which is fantastic because I love me some good lore. I'm the kind of person that spends hours on wikis and articles looking for why things work the way they do in any given world, especially the extra crazy and over-the-top lore of things like Guilty Gear. Seriously, it's wild. From mad scientists trying to cure humanity of illness permanently, the end of technology itself, to alternate dimensions containing all information of the world, and of course, all of this being used to fight humanity's wars. The lore goes deep in Guilty Gear, which happens to be the newest title to join the Weiss Schwarz stage. I remember when the news first dropped at my local game shop, and I was so happy to see so many faces light up at the reveal. So many people around me are excited for this release, and I can absolutely see why. Which is the reason I'm very happy that Bushiroad has given me the honor of giving you players at home the first look at some awesome Guilty Gear cards. Let's get right into it. So I've got two characters here for you, Axel and Anji, both in red. Let's start with Axel. A martial arts master and a happy-go-lucky peacemaker, Axel rides the tides of time and space and kicks the teeth in of never-do-wells and tyrants everywhere. Later in the lore, Axel gains more control of his powers and can even influence the flow of other timelines, and Bushiroad has done a fantastic job of capturing that flavor in some of his cards. First up, we have Axel, Unfair Way of Life. When you play him to the stage, you choose an opponent's character, and it can't move to another position of the stage. And when he gets reversed, if he's battling a level 1 or lower character, you can reverse them back. So Axel traps his opponent and brings them down. In gameplay, this is a fantastic solution to all of those level 1s nowadays that are virtually impossible to pin down, and I'm sure he'll be a great tool in any Guilty Gear deck. Next, we have Axel, Time Manipulator. He's a 2-1 6500 that, when he attacks, gets 1500 power for each other Guilty Gear character you have. Further, if you pitch a card and move a Guilty Gear character from your memory to the waiting room, he gets another plus 2500 power and the ability that when his battle opponent becomes reversed, you put them on top of your opponent's deck. This Axel becomes a near insurmountable 15k on his own and makes sure that when he wins the battle, his opponent can't make a comeback. Now, memory, of course, is a key zone which Axel interacts with, being a time traveler that can hop from timeline to timeline. This is showcased in Axel Disaster Relief, where when he goes to the waiting room from your stage, you can pick a copy of himself or the level 2 we just went over and put them into your memory. He also has the ability that you can pay 1 and put him into the waiting room to top check 4 and add any Guilty Gear character to your hand. So Axel shows you a timeline of more possibilities and brings help from beyond the stage. But Axel is also a softie who just can't leave anyone in harm's way. The last Axel card I have is Axel Going Easy. At the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you can pay 1 and put the top card of your deck into your clock, and you can call on Axel's power and return him and another character to your hand and out of trouble. Gameplay-wise, we know this is an exceptionally powerful ability, and it fits Axel's profile all too well. Oh, I almost forgot. One other Axel card from the trial deck. Axel Something Amiss is a 5k that gets plus 3k for each other character in your backstage. He also has Hand Encore. Again, a powerful character, and the last Axel that I've been given to showcase for you. But we're not done, because I've also got Anji. Now, Anji is pretty different than Axel. He's a wind magic user with insatiable curiosity about the events surrounding the creation of the gears. It makes Anji a force to be reckoned with as he searches for answers that defy both heaven and earth. And once again, Bushiroad has done a fantastic job of capturing this character and their personality on their cards. The first Anji card I have to showcase is Anji Fan Dancer. You can rest him and give a character plus 1k, and he's a Brainstormer. Pay 1, Brainstorm, and for each climax you hit, you top check 3 and add any card. Then you choose a card in your hand and discard it. And yes, this is repeatable. Anji is able to dig deep for the answers he wants, deeper than most anything we've seen. And gameplay-wise, Anji virtually allows you to go through your entire deck for any card, and may be one of the fastest ways to reset your deck that isn't a straight refresh. This is a really cool card, and I'm sure we'll see it on the stage. The second Anji I've got for you is Anji Charismatic Dance. He's 4,500, and when he's placed on the stage from your hand, he gets plus 500 for each of your other Guilty Gear characters. This profile has been around since the inception of Weiss Schwarz, and in the past, cards like this have been called strikers, characters that come down with a lot of power to kill off problematic stuff your opponent has. But Anji takes this old profile and elevates it for the modern gameplay that we now enjoy. When damage you would receive during his battle is cancelled, you can return him to your hand, allowing you to reuse that powerful boost. So Anji comes in with a powerful strike and can gracefully make an exit from the battle after he's made his move, literally dancing right out of danger. This is a really cool upgrade to one of Weiss's oldest card profiles, and it really fits Anji. The next card I've got here is a level 0 Anji that, on play, lets you pay 1 and pitch a card to return a character to your opponent's hand. And don't sleep on this ability. There are so many cards now that, when they're on the stage, create incredible headaches for their opponents. Being able to return any of them to hand, bypassing Encore and other abilities, especially on a level 0 that can come down at any point in the game, is super clutch. Once again, Anji is doing some work. And finally, with another great addition, we have a collaborative effort with Anji and Baiken to bring us this 3k memory counter. Anji and Baiken, common understanding. Memory counters are huge with all the crazy cards and finishers that deal damage on reverse or have abilities that require a full stage, and being able to send them to memory is a major game changer. Now this may be the end of my card list, but I'm not done. Check out these SPs and super rares of Anji and Axel. Collectors and fans can rejoice knowing that they can pick up some absolutely incredible looking shinies of their favorite characters. And with this, it's time to wrap up this Guilty Gear card reveal. Players, I can't tell you how psyched I was when I was asked to do some card reveals. This is a super popular pickup, and it's part of a larger pattern of big and exciting things coming to Weiss Schwarz. For all of you out there that enjoy mashing buttons, spinning sticks, and comboing your opponent in the corner, I invite you to try it on the Weiss Schwarz stage. Because whether on the screen or on the table, Guilty Gear is a high adrenaline game that's fun and challenging. I'm looking forward to playing it soon. And as always, thanks for watching. Peace.